Inside, and it's a him taken out wider as 8 corner up towards the bend. 4.50 to go. Greek-Caro in front. Zarant's made his move wide out. Wink and a nod is back in the centre. 1.5 to do by Escapade, creeping up behind them. Angola with an inside run, and then came Respondent, and down the outside is It's a Him inside the 250. Wink and a nod's in big pain. Zarant's hit the front, but here's It's a Him letting go, and then Respondent coming after It's a Him. It's a Him in front. Respondent coming through now. Zarant's the inside, but it's a him. He's back to his best in the Strickland. He's drawn clear, and it's a him. Goes home to win the Strickland Stakes in fine style. Photo second.
You've got winning trainer down here, the master, Fred Kersley. Fred, what have you changed to get this horse back? Like, that was an outstanding performance. He flopped out to the back and just too good for them.
Yeah, look, not much really. I mean, he probably encountered stronger opposition in the Eastern States, and I think since he's been back in Perth at home, his performance have been pretty good. You know, coming out 1200 first up and then graduating through to the 2000s, certainly in his favour. Just so pleased for the horse, really. He's been a little bit maligned since his 3-year-old career, but he's a $1 million+ earner, and he's a great racehorse.
As we mentioned, it comes out of the Hyperion a mile, and he ran on quite strongly. He put the writing on the wall on that occasion. Were you pretty confident considering the odds and the opposition?
No, I couldn't be confident as much as, 800+ days since he won a race, but I thought he was in the race with a strong chance, and I really think the result was going to be determined by the tempo in the run, and it worked out pretty good for him. There was a little bit of heat mid-race up front, and I think that helped him hit the line as well as he did.
I don't know whether Respondent ran out of gas, but it also looked like he seemed to fight a little bit later on there.
Yeah, well, Respondent knocked him off in the Derby, so there's not much between the two horses historically, and they're both struggling to win since their 3-year-old career. But in saying that, despite the fact they're not winning, they're still very good horses.
Fred, do you map out a spring campaign, summer campaign for him?
I'd like to think he could play a part in the carnival. I mean, at this level, there's not very many horses that are as competitive as he is. I mean, there'll be some young stock come through that'll challenge the older ones, but he can play a part.
And later on in the list of Belmont Guineas, you've got Culver and of course Beaucount, which is a bit of an X-factor horse. Thoughts on how they'll go?
Yeah, big ask for Beaucount in as much as third race started in his career, so he may have some ability, but he'll need things to go his way. Culverin, first up a mile, form's pretty good coming out of longer distance races early in the season, but the barrier's not going to help either of them, but luck in running, they can play a part.
Well done, Fred. A great win and a great effort to get this horse back to where he belongs.
Thank you.
I've got jockey Stephen Parnham down here with me, winning jockey of the Group 3 Strickland Stakes. Steve, you just flopped him out to the back, and they all went a bit silly out in front. He had the drop on him.
Yeah, that's right. He drew the outside, so the plan was just to get him in a rhythm, be happy where he was, and riding confident. So there was a bit of movement up front, which actually suited us, but he was travelling good under me, and I let him sort of work into the race when he was ready, and he quickened up a bit like the old horse could.
You got a little bit of dirt on your face there. Was there any concern in the soft ground for this horse?
Not really. I sort of was. He'd been running quite well in especially his last run. It was a little bit soft that day too. So, I didn't have a lot of concern in that matter. It was just more trying to get the horse to find that confidence in himself again, and I think by allowing him just to race where he was happy, he was able to join in at the right time and finish the race.
Are you a little bit excited about what he could potentially show as a 6-year-old in the spring and summer?
I guess so. Pretty many people thought that his 3-year-old days were his best. They still may well be, but on today's win, I was quite encouraged with the way he found the line. So I'm sure he'll come back in the spring with some big races in mind, given his rating, and quality horse. You can always, have some faith in him and let them do what they can do.
Speaking of a future quality horse, you ride another one for Fred later on in the day in the Belmont Guineas Beaucount. This horse, he seems to have a little bit of X factor and could be one to surprise the lot there.
That's right. I've watched his races closely, and he does look like he has a bit of a future there. He's still very new, lightly raced, but he may have some quality there. So we'll just see what he can do, and hopefully it's a very good field, quite a few chances in the race, so, you know, it'll be a good measuring stick to where he's at.
Well done on continuing your association with this fantastic Group 1 winner, and may it continue for you, Steve.
No worries, thank you.